Roger, is that the story of not being able to convert 12 break points or something else?
Well, there is always multiple factors that play into a match like this, but it's definitely didn't go the way I was hoping on the break points. You know, I also didn't break him at the Hopman Cup, so clearly something's wrong. How I return him or what I'm trying to do, and he's doing a good job at it to defend them. But nevertheless, you know, it's very frustrating. Yeah.
Roger, it looked like you were both playing at a fairly high level out there, but how do you assess your own performance as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was okay. You know, I lost to a better player who was playing very well tonight. You know, hung in there and gave himself chances at some point and stayed calm. It's not always easy, especially for younger guys, so credit to him for taking care of that. And yeah, I mean, look, conditions also change throughout the match. Like every year, when you start at 7 and you go into the night, it gets harder to go through the opponent, and yeah. So I thought conditions were definitely a bit slower this year than last year. You know, didn't allow for as much variation, to be quite honest. But he did a nice job of taking care of his half volleys. You know, and that's maybe what won him the match tonight. I'm not sure.
He's talked about idolising you. Can you see a bit of yourself in him?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, he has a one-handed backhand, and I used to have long hair too. So, yeah, so maybe a little bit, sure. And he has got more of a continental grip, you know, than players nowadays. So, sure, that's a bit more my way than, let's say, Rafa's way.
Were you satisfied with the umpire and the lines judges today? Because there were a few instances of late calls, and you had a bit of an exchange in the first game, didn't you, with the umpire?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think in tight situations like this, you'll always see tight calls, and in tight calls, you'll always see mistakes from time to time. It's human, and it's part of the game. I'm not going to start complaining about umpires and line judges. I used to play in the day when there was no Hawkeye, and there was tons of those, and you just move on with it. And I don't know, I think I mentioned it to the Swiss press a few days ago. I think that maybe we should consider, you know, replaying a situation, you know, when somebody serves and the guy returns and there is a late call or a such-called late call by an umpire, if it's actually really a late call, you know, because I feel like sometimes, like for instance in the Karlovic-Nishikori match, there was one, and I mean, could have cost Kei the match, but it didn't. Good for him, but sometimes there are very, very close calls that, and there's a lot at stake. So maybe you could consider that, but I'm not saying it's no good what we have. I think they did a good job, to be quite honest.
John McEnroe billed this as a changing of the guards on court at the end. Do you see it that way, and do you see Stefanos being one of the main frontrunners of the next gen to kind of take over the old guard?
Yeah, sure. He's in front of the mic a lot, so he's always going to say stuff, you know. I love John, and I've heard of that story the last 10 years. So from that standpoint, nothing new there, but about Stefanos, I think he's definitely, you know, done a really nice job now, you know, the last year and a half. I mean, before that too, obviously, but, you know, beating Novak in Toronto and likes of Anderson and Zverev and now me here. That's what you need to do to get to the next level, and he's doing that. So it's really nice for him, and I see him definitely, you know, being high up in the game for a long time, and so that was a good night for him tonight.
Sorry, a bit of a different topic, but there was a lot of coverage yesterday of you forgetting your credential when you were heading into the locker room, and I'm just curious how conscious you are of this at this tournament of always being on camera. It seems like they catch everything here.
Yeah, it's different times nowadays. So sometimes good, sometimes bad, you know. But it's not like we never have anybody taking pictures or videos of us. Now it's just like everywhere all the time. So it's hard to find the corner where you can actually sort of relax a bit. But I can deal with it. It's no problem.
Was there a moment in this match when you felt that your game was clicking again, or did it feel
it's going to be tough since the first point to the last, or
No.
what the sensations?
No, I've massive regrets, you know, tonight. I might not look the part, but I am. I felt like have to win the second set. I don't care how I do it, you know, but I have to do it. So it cost me the game tonight.
Slightly different topic as well. Serena Williams kind of came out yesterday and said she thought the male players should be doing more to kind of lobby for the female players getting equal pay across the board all year round. I was just wondering if you kind of agree with that statement or think, you know, they should be looking after their own tour separately.
Didn't hear about it, so look, I'm very happy that prize money is up all over the place. To be quite honest, when I fought for equal prize money for the men's game, you know, I knew it was $1 for $1. Also for the women's game going up, and I was really happy for them. They deserve it, you know, and they also deserve it on the other tour, because on the WTA tour, you're like. I know they're lagging a little bit, you know, so that would be nice to see it going up, you know, but you know, if we can help, great, you know, because sometimes maybe the men's game has been more popular, sometimes the women's game, so I think we should always help each other, you know, as players, you know, regardless of who's more popular at the moment, you know.
How do you think about the crowd tonight? Is it a little bit disturbing to you or not?
Disturbing. It's great. I love the crowd. I think they were fantastic. That there was an occasional excited guy screaming in the rally, it's okay. I'd rather have it that way than the silent guys who don't make a sound. So it was good fun. I enjoyed it.